Welcome back to Real Christianity with Rev Kev. As I said, in our village that we lived in years ago, their greeting was yaki yaki, and you would respond,
Yaki yaki yo.
Perfect. Today I want to talk about how to share the gospel with a Christian. And you're probably scratching your head, as you should, because wait a second, you said this person is a Christian. How do you share the gospel of Jesus and what Jesus did for us if somebody already understands that? It is amazing here in the United States, when I talk to people, a lot of people will say, I believe. Just last week I was flying to Dallas and sat next to somebody and had a spiritual conversation, and they said, well, I believe. Like the people I'm addressing here, they will say, I believe this fact or this piece of information. But they don't go to church, their life might not show some of those Christian qualities that we should show if we were living like Christ. So when people say, I'm a Christian or I believe, I often scratch my head and say, what does that really mean? Well, there's a couple of examples of we can believe that Jesus is the Son of God, but the Bible really talks about, do we really trust Him? Have we put our faith, our life in His hands? Have we died to ourselves? The biggest thing I share with people who say they're a Christian, but I have my concerns, is I bring up the issue of sin. You know, sin is rebelling against this great big awesome God, a God who cares for us, a God who wants us to live in right relationship with Him, and sin takes us out of that relationship with Him as well as ourselves, our connection with ourselves, what is best for us and those around us. As I talk about this issue of sin, this great rebellion, people say, yeah, you know, I'm okay. I'm not as bad as the next person, or yeah, I'm forgiven. That's when I'm really concerned. Is this really a Christian? Because as a follower of Jesus, I ache when I ignore some of the things He said, or I rebel and do things the way I want them to be done and not the way that He wants them done, or what is best for me. And this self-rationalization continues to happen over and over, and we should feel some of that weight of that sin. Yes, we are forgiven, but still that act of going against God should weigh heavy on us. When I'm talking to some people, they say, yeah, I believe sin, it's not really an issue. I would bring that issue up. If you're talking to somebody that says they're a Christian, what about sin? What weighs heavy on them? And if you are a follower of Christ and you go to church and you say, yeah, sin's no big deal, I think it is. The greater we understand the heaviness of our sin, the greater we understand what a phenomenal God we have, who still loves us and forgives us. Heavy stuff, but we need to hold sin in tension with this great big God who loves us and has forgiven us. This has been Real Christianity with Rev Kev. Yaki yaki.